Hello and welcome to our today's video. So today we are doing a baby cowl or a baby neck warmer. Okay, so for this project, this is all that we need: a yarn, we have crochet hook, a tape measure, and a pair of scissors. So let's start. We make a knot, and this is the color that I'm using, which is a shade of gray. We start by making a chain that is 8 inches long. If you belong to this channel, you know that we work with inches instead of a number of stitches. So we make a chain that is 8 inches long. Do not make your stitches too tight. If you do, your second row will be a struggle. And again, do not make them too loose, not to lose shape. So we are going to be measuring as we go to check if our 8 inches are done. Not yet. We add more stitches. We keep checking. And yeah, here we have it. So now from here we are going to be working going back to our starting point. Now we are going to skip the first stitch, and to the second we make a single crochet. To the next stitch we single crochet. To the next one we single crochet, and we single crochet all the way to the end. Crochet up to this other side, and I meet you there. I'm at the end and I have 2 stitches left, so I make my single crochets there. And this is what your work should look like. Alright, so now to the next row we are going to chain 1 and turn our work. And now when you look from the top here, we have 2 loops. We have the front loop, the one that is facing you. Here we have this loop, and we have the one that is away from you. All right, so now we are going to be working on the back loop, the loop that is away from you, from this other side. So now we skip the first stitch because of the chain 1 that we did, and the next we are going to work a single crochet on back loop. This is what we would have done for a normal single crochet, just working under the 2 loops. Now you see them on top here, the 2 of them, but now we are going to be working on the back loop only, leaving the front loop. So we want our neck cowl to have a ribbed pattern, so we are going to be crocheting only on the back loop. I want to say a big thank you to every one of you who has subscribed. We are we are headed to 5,000 subscribers. I want to say thank you so much for your support, for sharing my videos, for liking, for commenting, and just watching. Thank you so much. you're just a family to me. You're just a YouTube family. So continue sharing with your friends, with your family, and whenever you do a tutorial from my channel, always tag me on my socials. On Instagram, Linda_Kate, and on Facebook, Linda Kate. I'll always appreciate, and I'll always share your work also, so that you get or you reach many people and maybe clients. So now, as you can see, we have that ribbing effect here. This is the loop that we've been leaving, the front loop. It is the one that creates that ribbing effect. Right now you cannot see it well because we are just on the second row, but as we continue it will be clear. So we work our single crochets all the way to the other side, until we make our last stitch, and that is where we are. And make sure that you don't leave this very last stitch. If you don't do this stitch, your work will go decreasing. Your work will be going like this, decreasing and getting inward. So for that, you need to get the very last stitch. Chain one and turn your work. And this is what it looks from this side. So now we repeat what we've just done. We skip the first stitch, and to the second we work a single crochet on back loop only for all stitches on this row. And now for the whole of this pattern or neck warmer, we will be repeating only this stitch: single crochet on back loop only, single crochet on back loop only, until we get our desired size or length. Remember, this you can customize according to your client's age or size. Sorry, this is for a 2-year-old. We've started with a chain that is 8 inches long. For a bigger child, you can do 10 inches as you go higher. For an adult, you can do 14 inches, or others who just want a short neck cowl, you can as well do 12 inches. So it is according to the person who you're making for. So you make single crochets to this other side. When you get here, you chain one, turn your work and work going back, and you'll be working just like that, single crochet on back loop. When you get to the last stitch, you make one chain, turn your work, and continue doing all that. So now for this particular size we are making, we want our cowl to be 14 inches long going up. So now we work until we get 14 inches, so that when it stretches, it gets to around 16. All right, so the size that you're doing, do not make exactly that size, because it will expand. This is yarn, and of course yarn expands. and you need to have 2 inches less the size you're making. So now I have already made one, which is already finished. This is it. It's a navy blue, a very nice one. And this is the ribbing that I was talking about. Actually, when you feel it, it is when you understand it better. Okay, this is what it looks. So now when we measure, this is what we have. We have 14 inches long, but now when you stretch, because it is yarn, you get 16 inches long, and that is what we want. So now we are on the last stitch of this, I mean the last row. So we want to finish this row so that we complete the neck warmer or the cowl. So we are still working on the back loop. Until we get to the other side, where we are going to be finishing our work and stitching the 2 sides together, and that will be done for our neck warmer. Sorry, my camera is losing focus. So we make sure that we get the very last stitch to maintain a straight line. So you can see this one is very straight. So once we are done, we chain 1. Now we want to cut yarn that is enough to join our 2 sides. Here we have it. Now we pull this yarn to secure it. We make sure that we don't want our work to undo. So this one is very secure. Now we get our darning needle. And you're going to be stitching the 2 sides together. You can use your crochet hook as well if you do not have a darning needle. So now this is our yarn. We are going to be threading on our needle. The hole for this needle is large enough to accommodate your size of yarn, the eye. So now once we thread that, we're going to be joining these 2 sides. This is where we've just finished, and this is where we began, if you remember. So now we want to join these 2 sides so that we have something like this. It is one long piece, and now once we join the 2 sides, we now get something like that. I hope you get that. So now we start joining the 2 sides, making sure that you do not skip any stitch. We want our neck warmer smooth at the edge. You can hide your extra yarn as you join. You grab from one side and you get the stitches from the other side, and you join them together. Again, do not pull too much to put tension on your edge. We just want a smooth joint, which is not too tight and again not too loose. Both sides are identical, and any side can be your right side or wrong side. So we join, and I see you at this end. So I've joined to the other side, and you cannot actually tell the joint. This is very seamless, very smooth. So now I want to secure this end. To make sure that this does not unravel. You can just hide your yarn on your seam. So we're going to be hiding our yarn along where we just did the joining. Just get a few stitches, hide your yarn, and cut the extra. And our neck warmer is ready for our baby. And that is all for today's video. Wow, how beautiful is this? So once you dress your baby, you do this. You can as well do a double folding like that, or just a one folding. You can dress this in different ways or in different styles. You do a one folding and it just looks like a one piece as it is. So thank you so much for watching this. I'm grateful for your support. Kindly share, subscribe if you've not subscribed, and if you've subscribed, I say thank you so much. God bless you. Bye.